Hey Gene, it's Colin Smith over at Camelback Ford. Sending you a walk around video of the F-250 Lariat TREMOR that you inquired on and called in on earlier this morning. I'm gonna walk around it real quick. This thing is a beast. It's got the special black wheels on it, got the black running boards. Got your hitch receiver down below with your adapters. We can also do spray-in bed liner, drop-in liner, whichever you prefer. It's got a power rear window. Zoom back in. All right, I will start with the bed of the truck. I think I left it unlocked. Yep, so you got your backup camera here, and then you got your parking sensors below. You actually have 360 cameras on here. Got quite a big bed. And again, like I was saying, we can put in a spray and bed liner done by Inyati, professionally done, and I can send you a picture of what that looks like. The lift gate is actually, or the tailgate is actually very light, so it's easy to move up and down. You got your fuel cap here as well as your DEF fluid. In the back, these seats do fold up. You got storage below. And then right over here, you got your USB plug-ins, an AC power outlet, and a 12 volt. And then you got your knee vents here. And then you do have your armrest, and then you press on the end and your cup holders will pop out. Push it back in. You do have the digital keypad to get in and out of the vehicle. 5-digit code to lock or unlock it. If you ever want to lock the vehicle and lock your keys inside, there's only one way you can do that. You hold down the bottom 2 numbers and it will lock. And you also, I don't know if you can see this, you do have your blind spot monitors in your mirrors. Power seats, of course. To the left of the steering wheel, you got your spotlights for your mirrors. You got one on each side. You got your pedal adjustments, your parking brake release, and then your headlight controls. Let me hop into here. All right. You got your cup holders. You got very deep space in the center console here. Right up here, you got more USB plug-ins. Another 12 volt, another AC power outlet. You got your trailer brake adjustments, your Pro Trailer Backup Assist knob here, and then your 4x4 controls. Got your typical climate controls, typical radio volume controls. Then you got your touchscreen here, and then you got the 6 buttons above that. Got your 360 camera, so you got the front facing 360 degree bird's eye view. You actually have parking sensors all the way around the vehicle. It makes it very difficult to run into anything. You can go to the front facing if you want to see how close you're getting to a pole, curb, wall, etc. You even got a 180 degree split view, so you can actually see what's coming down the road or sidewalk. If you're pulling out of a driveway with blind spots on both sides, instead of creeping out and having your front end blocking the road or sidewalk, you don't need to do that anymore. You got your bed view as well. Oh, and you can actually add camera on here. And you can have all the same views or camera angles when you're in reverse. You got your lane keeping button here. This truck does have lane centering as well. It has 3 different modes actually. You got alert, which will just give you an audible warning, kind of vibrate your steering wheel, let you know you're drifting out of your lane. It will have an aid mode, which won't alert you. It will just apply a small amount of torque to your steering wheel and recenter you. You hardly even notice it. And then you got alert plus aid. And this is how you turn that system on and off. You got your trail control here. It's like a cruise control for going off-road. Got your hazards, got your traction control, and then your engine brake right here, your exhaust brake. Let me turn that back off. Now on your screen here, you got Ford Pass Connect, which with that, you have a Wi-Fi hotspot built into this vehicle. You can actually connect to 10 devices up to 50 feet away. And you actually get a 1-month unlimited data trial with that through the Ford Pass app. And after that, if you want to continue it, you set it up through AT&T or I believe any phone carrier, and it's all done through Ford's app. You got valet mode. If you're not familiar with that, if you ever use valet parking, you press this, you punch in a 4-digit code, you confirm that code, and once that code is in, everything on the screen becomes locked. So whoever's driving your car won't be able to see any addresses saved in your navigation, numbers in your phone book, can't mess with your radio, climate, any of your settings. It's all locked, just a peace of mind that they're not going to touch your stuff. You can also connect this truck to Wi-Fi. To do that, if you're like parking in a garage or undercover, once you connect it, it will automatically update your system. So no more bringing the truck in to update. No more CDs, SD cards. It will all automatically update. You don't have to worry about your navigation going out of date. And I'll go over the navigation here shortly. You got your, let me click vehicle. This is where you change your door keypad code. Got typical display settings and general settings. You can adjust the brightness of it or turn off the beep when you press it. Let's see here. You got 911 assist, which is complimentary. It's pretty much like OnStar. If you were ever to get in an accident and airbags deployed, 911 automatically gets a notification. They send help. A person from Ford will come through your speakers saying, hey, are you guys okay? Do you need us to call anybody? You know, help's on the way. And they kind of just stay on the phone with you to help arrive. And that's all complimentary. You also have your typical sound settings in here for your navigation. This is just as good as using your phone's navigation like Apple Maps, Google Maps, Waze. It's got pinch zoom on here. You go to menu. You can put in your home, work, favorites. You got points of interest, just like using your phone. If you're hungry, hit food. Pick whatever you're hungry for. And then a list will pop up with the time and distance it will take to get there. Pretty neat. And let's go back. New feature for the 2020 navigation system, you have a traffic list, kind of like Waze. It's going to show you every road around you with an accident, closure, construction, you name it, it'll show you just to give you a warning to let you know the traffic's ahead. And then here's the screen again. This is voice activated as well. So if you hit your voice button on the steering wheel, say find an address, you can actually, or you say the name of the address in the city and you get directions going there. There's actually so much you can do with this voice button. I'll go over that later with you, maybe tomorrow. And let me go back to your home screen. This is the home screen on here. You got your map, your radio, whatever you're listening to, and then if your phone's connected, it'll be down there. And when you connect your phone that uses Sync 3, it downloads all your contacts, so you can hit the voice button, say call John Smith or whatever the name of the contact is on there. Now moving over to this screen here, I'll show you the different views. You got trip 1, you got your fuel economy, you got your off-road status, and all of these trucks will have that. You can configure your screens going over, again, trip 1, trip 2, fuel economy, fuel history, compass and navigation. If your navigation's going, your directions will actually appear on there. You got your truck info, so your gauge view. You got your digital speedometer, oil life. You got your towing set up here, program different trailers. I believe it's 10 different trailers. You can put in the lengths, the weights, because this also does have trailer blind spot as well, as you can see here. And since we're talking about towing, when you put it into reverse and you're about to connect a trailer, you can actually zoom in and it makes it makes connecting your trailer to your hitch a lot easier. Don't need a spotter anymore. And going over, you got your off-road again, and then your settings. So you got your blind spot, cross traffic alert, driver alert. You got your rear park aid. For pre-collision, you do have active braking on here. So if you're about to hit a vehicle or an object and you don't stop, this truck will apply the brakes for you and hopefully avoid the collision. And if it does collide, it will reduce the damage greatly. You got your gauge select, so you can actually customize what gauges you want to see up here. If you want to see your turbo boost, transmission temperature, diesel exhaust fluid, all that on here. Got your lane keeping. Oh, let me zoom back in. You got sensitivity, got alert intensity, and then you got your advanced settings. So you got auto high beams in here and daytime lights. You can program how the car locks it, or the truck locks itself. You actually have auto folding mirrors on here, so I'll show you that when I get out of here. Got your neutral tow. Got your alarm. You can turn on a perimeter sensing alarm if you want that. For your remote start, you got auto or last setting for your climate, and then 5, 10, or 15 minutes before it shuts off. You can actually do the remote start from anywhere in the world from your phone. You can lock the doors of this truck from your phone, unlock it, check your fuel level, your tire pressure. But check engine light comes on. It's gonna show up on your phone to let you know what's wrong with your truck, what you need to do to fix it. If you have routines throughout the week, you can actually program your truck to do do the remote start certain times of the days of the week for you. And there's actually a way to roll down your windows from the key fob. All right, that's all for there. You got my key set up, so if you want to do one key as an administrator and put restrictions on the second, that system right there was letting me know that a truck was driving by. Put it back into park so it doesn't do that. And then up top, let me zoom out. You got your control for your rear window. You got your aux switches here if you want to program any light bars or whatever you want to put onto this truck. Set it up to this, very easy. And then you got your typical light controls. Turn on this side of the light. Turn on all the lights throughout your vehicle. Keep the lights off when you open the door. Turn off all the lights, and then the light for your passenger side. And then your sunglasses holder, of course. That's most of it, the information on this truck. We look forward to see you tomorrow, and have a safe trip over here. Thanks.